It's another typical British, not even summertime, it's springtime. It's a bit of a wet day. We decided to do something different for a change, and I've headed to STALYBRIDGE, starting my journey, and then I'm going to head over to Huddersfield. STALYBRIDGE was a place we used to cover many years ago, and I remember at the time there was a nice signal box down at the end here, which had an LMS frame in it, LMS Scottish Region frame, quite unique in the Manchester area. Shame that wasn't saved, but anyway, yeah, I remember this place as it used to be. One bay platform, 2 through lines, goods roads over to my left here, which are now passenger running roads, and the whole place has changed. I mean, there's even a bay platform over there. That was never there, that was just where we parked the vans in the car park and jumped up. And there were miniature signals as well. A couple of places around the Manchester area had miniature signals. Here in Dolly in the loops, I remember. All gone now. I think this was the last place actually. The loops at Alderley Edge went first under the Manchester South Free signalling. It's all LED signalling now. I'm just called into STALYBRIDGE Buffer Bar here first because it's got quite a few signalling little bits and pieces there on the quiet. It's got some of the old name boards from the boxes. There were 3 signal boxes here originally. I can't tell you which order they were, but there was the box down there with the LMS frame in it towards the Manchester end of the station. There was another box at the far end of the station, which is now where the relay room is. I'll try and get a shot of that as we go past. And there was one that oversailed the station as well, which I've got some pictures from the buffet bar itself, which actually show that. Well, it's first time next for you.
And Southport.
Now then folks, for those who remember, there used to be a direct service between Stockport and STALYBRIDGE every day, on the hour I think it was, I certainly remember it as a kid. We used to have to jump over from Buxton train down to Stockport, and then Stockport we get the service over here to go over the transpenines, over the hills to Huddersfield and Leeds and beyond. But when they directed all the services into Manchester Piccadilly, that link ceased, because you can get a train direct into Manchester Piccadilly. But there's a once a week parliamentary service that still calls here into the Bay platform, STALYBRIDGE. I really should have picked my timing better and gone and got that instead, hadn't I? But this is the what I'll call the Manchester end of the station. This place has changed quite a bit. I'll just show you some signals, just because you like signalling. Little room there used to be the S&T room we used to have on the station. And down there used to be the other junction. You can probably just make it out there on the left hand side where the relay room is, the grey building.
Arriving at Greenfield.
I thought I'd add just a little bit here on Greenfield signal box, which was the junction originally until the line was closed over the hills towards Oldham. These photographs were taken by myself in the last day of the operation of the signal box, and the signalman at the time had actually been allowed to go back there to finish his career. He ended up with a diagram. So this is myself and my colleague and the signalman on the last day of the shift in the signal box that evening. We're actually sent up there to put a track circuit cell on, ironically, and not long afterwards the cell was removed. So the battery only managed to do about half an hour's work before the box closed. But I thought I'd add that in just as a nice little something different to show you. At the other end of our journey, we have Huddersfield, and it's worth mentioning here that up until 1958, there were two signal boxes operating the station. GRS got the contract to put in a switch panel, and there's some pictures shown of this thanks to our colleague Simon Foster from some original ephemera from the AEI GRS catalogue itself. And it's worth mentioning as well that Huddersfield is the location for Huddersfield controls, if you've come across them. And that's by preventing a permissive route being called into a platform if the main exit signal in that platform is already cleared for a train to leave. That stops a permissive shunt ending up taking the main aspect, and vice versa. It'll also lock out the main aspect if the permissive is called as well. So that's worth mentioning there. Huddersfield itself, nowadays the power signal box is a crew room. Unfortunately, this is the first panel is long gone. It was replaced by an SSI type panel, and that went a few years ago under the re-signalling to York Rock itself as well.
Security message. If you see something that doesn't look right,
Well, we've done a very large round trip via a few railway-related pubs. So we started off STALYBRIDGE at the Buffer Bar, which you've seen earlier. We went to Huddersfield. Didn't see the cat, unfortunately. I believe Felix passed away in December, but Bolt, the other cat, keep it very warm in the station. Huddersfield signal box, well, power signal box as it is, that's still there. I believe the panel's still in there, and there's some material there that Simon's provided, which is in the video. That's now a crew room, and finally we've made it all the way back down the Penistone line. Lovely station at Brockholes. The abandoned station, the unused station, is actually is well looked after. Very nice LMS, bit of memorabilia there on the outside. And we're now just at Sheffield waiting to get our train home down the Oak Valley. And ironically, power box, I've lost it now, it's there. Power box just there under the bridge. That's not in use anymore. That's the crew room as well. Ironically, we managed to recover some bits and pieces from there with several other railways a couple of years ago, which was good. It's always nice to see something kept for preservation. And ironically, again, just down there, about 4 or 5 miles away, Totley Tunnel East, Grindleford signal boxes next month will be decommissioned as well, right on the end of our patch, the Manchester patch. It's a very big area we look after, and we've got some pictures of that which we'll add into the video as well, so why not? Some lovely Midland signal boxes there. So I'll bid you a fond farewell while I go and have my coffee and my tea, and we'll see you again.